like we're gonna sue you. Just say what you want.
Do you know what? You know that there's a team that since they've been announced, no one has been actually been able to pronounce their name correctly.
Prepare for battle.
Which team's that?
Nigma. It's supposed to be pronounced like Negma, but people are like, no, it's Nigma or Nijma at the beginning. Oh, I loved it when there was Nijma. I'm like, my God, people. Yeah, because it's supposed to mean star in Arabic and it's pronounced as Nejma. So they're like,
Nejma.
yeah, but
well, put an E in there instead of an I, and I'll start calling it Nejma.
Right?
Until then.
Right, well, yeah, the spelling definitely of the name was kind of like not great. You know, like come on, guys, you couldn't have gotten someone. If it was a J, it would also have been awesome instead of a G. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, being English, I can't really complain when words aren't spelled how they sound.
No, not your language, no.
Yeah, we're notorious for doing that stuff. We love it.
Yeah, there's like, you guys have, I love that when name starts with a letter that's not pronounced. I'm like, why does it have that letter then? You know, why is it there? Oh. French as well is it's got like middle S's and Z's that no one spelled. They're just there for like to look cool, I guess. C'est la vie has a Z in it or something.
Yeah, I mean more letters means it's a fancier word. But the start of this game, no real supply sense of going down. A couple of smokes on both sides, but couldn't set up for a kill. Might have a little fight for this bottom bounty, but never mind. Yumo just gives it up. And it's actually going to be a 3 for what? Oh no, it's actually a ward that the Clockwork got. Oh, and the bounty. Okay, it is a 3 for 1.
That's a bit rough. Team Bright maybe a little scared to go toe-to-toe against them. That's the worst thing to do when you're up against a team that's, on paper better than you, is that you act scared. Because that's what the team wants. They're like, okay, you're going to let us dictate the pace? We love that. Thank you. There is a Slugger facet on plant. This is generally the better facet regardless of what role you play. Because you can use it to farm faster. It's super good. Yes, it's Fire Dragon. We all know.
Fire Dragon. I feel like it's so rare whenever you see the Acid Dragon.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I guess if like the whole entire draft just going all in on some kind of push strategy, it just never happens.
Exactly. It's like even then it's like you don't have a plan B if you have a rough laning time or anything. It's like nah, everyone's just gonna go on for the Fire Dragon. So mid lane is gonna be the DK versus Quap. Should be generally both farming relatively safely. Yamo is actually doing a decent job here against Han.
Yeah, so far so good, at least in these early levels, but obviously when Han starts ramping up a few more points, probably into the Shadow
He'll
Strike,
not get Shadow Strike. 100, no one gets Shadow Strike.
But but traditionally against a hero like a DK.
Nope, doesn't matter. No matter what the matchup is, you don't go Shadow Strike anymore.
Why is it so dead?
I don't know, because I was looking at the numbers. The damage is actually pretty damn solid, but it's over time. It doesn't help you farm. It doesn't help you get kills later on as much. So, pure laning ability, no one likes anymore. Dota's all about maximizing efficiency at this point. Oh,
true.
Mike.
Even though the last couple of patches it's been buffed. Cast point improved, mana cost decreased.
Oh yeah, those are the things that it needed. Everyone was like, man, Shadow Strike is terrible. How about we improve its cast points?
That extra 0.1 seconds of not standing still, it's pretty big.
It adds up. Doom's gotten Gluttony. Interesting. So this one has a longer cooldown, but you get 2 charges on the Devour. Alright, we're gonna look at Shadow Fiend for a second. I like when we do that. Observer, show us more heroes. Okay. Interesting weapon.
Fashion show.
Yeah, what is that weapon? Can we look at this? What is that? Oh, it's a sword. Okay. It didn't look like a sword.
Yeah, it looks like, well, it looks more like a scimitar.
Yeah, what is...
But like a hook scimitar.
What do you think is the benefit of that hook at the end? Just like when you stab someone, you're like, let me like drag out your entrails as well?
I think it's if you just got like a really elusive, like itchy bit on your back.
Ah, yeah.
Just like, get around there like,
that's
good.
Yeah,
just like that.
Bye back, Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing, mate. He's probably into that stuff.
Oh.
It's like Hellraisers,
Is that a band?
You never seen the film Hellraisers?
No.
Oh, you should watch it, mate. It's a really family, wholesome film. Get your son in there.
Yeah.
How old's he? He's only like 2.
Yeah, no, he's almost 4, but sure. All right.
Oh yeah. He's old enough for Hellraisers.
Yeah, I can recommend another movie, but I actually would not say its name just because I don't want anyone to even Google it because of how bad it is. But I'll tell it to you later. Okay.
How about you go? Oh, a little bit of a trap on towards the Rubik, and Wow, they just made that look so easy.
Right, just walk up to him, expand armature, gets the kill. And they already have the damage coming out here from the Shadow Fiend. Oh, bit scary how the top lane is going right now. You could say New is also suffering a little bit, but Visage and Doom, I suppose, yeah, both of them equally suffer actually from being behind. Doom at least has his...
Yeah.
But Doom has value with just the Doom. I'm pretty sure New will be okay. He does have the, yes, the death toll, which is that you do get more gold from soul assumption kills, but you get less from creeps.
Yeah, I think it's always worthwhile. Especially if you can try and get super aggressive. I feel like maybe to really make this worthwhile, you need like a super strong lane pairing where you're just constantly looking for kills.
Yep.
And Earthshaker doesn't really that for me.
No. And 15% is... It's not small. Basically, every 6 creeps that you kill, one of them doesn't count. Is one way to think about it. You know, it's not nothing, but it's not a small deal. Oh, Planet.
It is noticeable. Yeah, Planet maybe in
I
danger.
think they got
Still the Luna trying to run at them, but actually the Visage into the backlines and he gets it. Just the over-aggression coming out there from Team Bright. Planet was like, alright, just kill him. I'm baiting for you, no problem.
To be fair, they should be doing decently well in the bottom lane. Earthshaker's not the best laner. Visage is also kind of meh if he doesn't have him set up. And you have Shadow Demon Luna, so bottom lane going badly for Bright, that's a terrible sign for them in the game.
It really is. The last time we looked at this mid, Yumo was, you know, doing pretty well, slightly ahead, but now actually Hand is doing a fantastic job. 22-4 against the 18-0, so it's pretty good. I'm quite surprised that a Queen of Pain has more denies than a DK, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's because she didn't go for Shadow Strike. She uses the Scream of Pain to like get those last hits and stuff. Shadow Strike.
Scream of Pain works on denies then, yeah, that's what you're telling me?
No, but I mean, if you can, you know, like, clear it out quick, throw out a Scream of Pain, could you not? Just, you know, Scream of Pain, winning the lane, Mr. Shadow Strike. Watch this, watch this.
Never realised you had a mouth in your ass. Never knew it. We're all up top. Ooh, it looked like they tried to make a little play onto the SF, but I think he TP'd back to his tier 1 tower just in time. Very nice little awareness to realise they ran out of stuns.
Yeah, very good for him. He's also got that extra soul coming out here, which is pretty nice. Elastic presence on him, so he's just focusing on the right click, which is, in general, I feel like Azure they're aiming to finish this as quick as they can. I'm guessing they're on a schedule or something like that. Nope. Envenomed weapon. Okay. Wow.
Oh, another little cogs trap on towards the Rubik, and they just 100 to 0 him in just a few seconds. It's absolutely disgusting. There's nothing he could do to keep himself alive in that situation.
Nope. By the way, I just realized that this is one of the most interesting abilities in the game. This Envenomed weapons on Doom. You can reduce regen on heroes by 80%. If you imagine if you're Chen against Huskar and you get one of these creeps on him, that's insane.
Yeah, like, but in that case, BKB is essential.
True, I mean, the item is essential anyway, but instead of building a Spirit Vessel, you can be Enchantress Chen, get one of those creeps. Like, that is 90% regen reduction to max level. 90!
Yes. That is pretty crazy. Well, the bot looks like 3-man gang coming the way. The cogs just about in range to pull the Luna inside, and that is a massive kill to find there for the side of Azure. 4-0 right now, 2k gold lead at 5.5 minutes in. This game going exactly the way they wanted so far. Maybe the Visage would like to have a slightly better time in his lane, but killing the Luna's good.
To be fair, Visage though, he's like you said, he's gotten a couple of kills. He's got the Soul Visage facet, so he recovers nicely from it. This could be a kill here. Okay. Yeah,
looks like it is. In comes the Luna. He's going to try and deny himself to Roche. But oh wait, no, never mind. It's the wrong time of the day, my friend. He's not there.
So he comes in, he's like, wait, Roshan's not home? Where is he? He's out partying, he's having fun.
Well, still, they do get a kill on the board. Getting the way the Luna as well is always super value.
Yep.
So it is nice, but they need a lot more than that to really start changing the general momentum that it feels this game's on right now.
The trajectory is definitely favoring Azure by a lot right now, for sure. Oh yeah, I don't know how you get to do that small map thing. I think you can do that in the game. It's pretty cool.
It's got a little Dota Labs logo underneath. Maybe there's something to do with that.
Oh, that. Okay. Meanwhile, though, Top lane, it's just... generally, I think you can leave the Doom. Dockrest can go to another lane. Because Doom so far seems rather... He's fine, you know. Oh, dear bottom.
He is fine. What's not fine is the two members here of Team Bright, as both of them will go down. He was able to get one of the kills there with Soul Assumption, so a bit of extra bonus goal for him, as well as the Luna just casually dying. Hits his level 6's net as well with the catapult wave, so this tower's gone.
What perfect timing. He's going to go for the drums as well. Just wants to push as fast as possible. I imagine it's either going to be Boots of Bearing or Vlad's after, just to beef up this this push potential. I've seen a lot of Visage builds. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I love it. Like he sends one of his familiars back to actually pull the creep wave onto the neutral cramp. It's like just really good sort of general micro.
Yeah, Niu is one of the stars of the Chinese region right now. Probably seen as one of the best offlaners out there. As this looks like a fairly free kill, and it is.
Quite a lot of people turn up to the party though, just for a Shadow Demon kill.
Well, to be fair, Shadow Fiend has a lot of beef with Shadow Demon. You know that, like, Shadow Fiend.
That's true.
Yeah, in the lore, Shadow Demon's kind of made him his bitch, something like that. Is basically my understanding. So Shadow Fiend's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you if I can.
Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, listen, they might be able to find a freebie here on towards the Clockwork yet again. Although, actually, in comes Planet Nice Fisher as well as the right clicks coming in from the SF. The Doom will die. Yumo in danger right now. He did have the shield remote. Unfortunately, it doesn't last too long. Sonic Wave pushing him deeper into danger. Just Azure Ray playing with their food at that point as Team Bright walk into a disastrous situation.
I mean, as tanky as the DK is, he cannot handle all that damage. And it's like, well, that's your mid laner. That's the guy who's supposed to be making space, but it's not easy to do that as a DK, doubly so in a game like this. Can we look at the net worth? I mean, it'll be a bit, painful. Ooh!
Yeah. It's kind of to be expected. All three cores ahead of the enemy cores. Both supports ahead of the enemy supports. It's the exact position that Azure wants to be in. 5,000 gold lead at just 9 minutes. The poor old Luna is 2,000 gold behind the SF already.
That's the one that's scary. That's the most painful, is that your Luna's not having a good time. I suppose, though, while painful, it doesn't quite hurt the game right now, as Luna wasn't going to be joining much fights anyway. So you look at the Dragon Knight and the Doom. Dragon Knight's building, I believe, Mage Slayer. I don't mind the item, but I'm still 100% on this Blink first. Someone's got to get Blink. It's got to be him or Doom. Please, Doom.
Yeah. Don't
build a Midas. What's Doom got? Please don't say Midas. Oh, okay, Crimson's got brilliant item, actually.
Okay, so that means he's 100% then on Yumo to get the Blink. Meanwhile, looks like they are actually going to be able to find this kill on towards the Queen Bay. Nice Fisher, but it doesn't change the outcome. Yumo gets the kill. A killing spree as well, actually, so bit of extra money. So surely that Blink isn't going to be far away.
That is a massive kill for them. Very nicely done. Just the Doom comes out. And looks like there are a couple of small stacks here. Not the biggest thing, just the double each. But something for the Luna to recover with. A nice moment for Team Bright, for sure. Unfortunately, that was without Niu being there. That was Doom being expanded. It doesn't slow down the pain train that Azure is delivering.
No, and it looks like it's about to leave the station yet again.
Choo choo.
This smoke, gonna find an arcane rune here for hand, so a bit of extra forms of damage output, a bit of extra chase. We'll see who they find. So far, it's just the Clockwork trying to sort of say that there is no aggressive move coming out from the rest of the squad. We're gonna make the jump just on towards the SD. We'll get the disruption onto himself, but unfortunately, a quick raise to the face. He's dead either way.
Yep. Who is dominating who now, Mr. Shadow Demon? And I like how they just bring low as well. They're like, we want to bring down buildings as fast as we can. We don't want to waste any time here. And Shadow Fiend shows up.
Oh, Echo use up towards the top. There is going to be Planet. He takes away quite a lot of the creeps as well as hitting on towards the Doom. Double stun comes in from Familiars, but no further lockdowns. They can't quite chase for that kill. Never mind, the Queen of Pain is actually chasing in, but a stolen Blink comes through. So the Rubik is able to escape. So it looks like at the end of the day, Azure just managed to steal some stacks.
That's nice, and along with the tower, it's a good win for them. I wonder what Rubik is going to be stealing. I know Fissure is probably going to be that premium spell, but apart from that, it's like not a whole lot of good stuff You know, Requiem is hard to use. You only get one Shadow Raise. Visage's spells are, yeah.
I mean, stealing familiars would be cool.
We're assuming the guy can micro, but yes.
That's true. I mean, if you steal familiars and then you chain and you get a different spell, the familiars don't disappear, do they? They still stay there.
Not sure. Some stuff seem to stay and some stuff seem to leave you, right? Oh, hookshot lands. Good kill.
Yeah. He will die eventually. Okay, SD. Okay, one little scream, we'll find it. Meanwhile, Clock trying to chase after this Rubik. Just needs a hard reach there. But he can't quite get off. The Rubik's going to be able to float himself out of danger. But it is still just constant map pressure coming the way of Team Bright.
DK is farming well though. Despite everything that Team Bright's underneath, they are farming well. You can see that the net worth has been stabilizing, even though they've been bleeding kills and towers here and there. It's not getting that much worse. Observer, please move that way before I look bad. Thank you. There you go. It's stabilizing.
Yeah.
Take our word for it.
Yeah, it's getting slightly better. One thing I will say. And never mind. I was going to say the Queen of Pain's had the shovel off cooldown for about 15 seconds now and isn't using it. That as a support player, the efficiency.
Oh yeah, it bugs me so much. I mean, you know why? Because for them, if they get a bounty rune or something, they don't really care because they're like, I'll just farm 16 creep camps and I'll get my gold. But for us, it's like, I shovel, I get a bounty rune, awesome, and I want you digging too. No. Yeah,
everybody dig at the same time. They need the money desperately. Well, it looks like they're going to try to play. There is going to be the hookshot forwards, grab on towards the DK. Meanwhile, the Doom actually came out of the back lines on towards the Visage, but there's no further threat. So he's going to be fine. Instead, it looks like the Clockwork quite out of position, so it's just going to be a trade of supports at the end of the day. Although Team Bright, maybe thinking about they want to continue this fight right now, just huddling by the tier 2 towers. They get that bonus HP regen and armor. Makes it slightly easier to fight.
That is not bad for Team Bright. You are stalling these pushes. Azure, when they group up as 5, they're not grouping up because they like each other and they're like, yeah, let's have picnic. No, they're grouping up for towers. And when you stop them from getting a tower, that is a victory for Team Bright. Especially because their Luna is kind of catching up. Still behind, still very poor, but catching up.
Yeah, still 3,000 gold behind the enemy carry, so needs quite a bit more space before that gap gets closed. The ring around the rosies! The trees actually block the vision the entire time. Wow, a little bit of luck there for the Luna.
For sure. Not going for Yasha, by the way, going for Dragonlance instead. So, I mean, Hurricane Pike is a very common item for the Luna for sure, but I've often seen this Mask of Madness into Yasha for maximum efficiency in farming. Well,
maybe they think that just the way that Azure is playing, they're not going to have time to just sit back and farm. So if he can get like an early Hurricane Pike, he can, get himself out of cogs if he gets caught or anything like that, or push his way over Fisher so he's not blocked out.
Yeah,
maybe that's the thing.
Weird. Oh, well, pause coming from the Luna. Yeah. Oh, by the way, someone in chat was telling us that the sword that Doom has is called something called a fish hook, which is used for disemboweling. So I was right because I've seen something like this before, but I don't feel like that's something you see on weapons. No,
I mean there is a knife in Counter-Strike that it's called the gut knife, and it has that little thing on it.
That's a good point.
It's probably the least valuable knife in the entirety of Counter-Strike.
He's got a sword going through. Does that go out to the other side? Can we see? Does he have a sword coming out of the front? Yes, coming from the back. Is it in the front? No, it just disappears into the nethers.
It's a very short sword.
Right? I mean, it looks like it would be a huge one, though, right? Like, that looks like it's just maybe half of it would be going in him.
Yeah, maybe it's just it's a chody sword. We'll say that.
Oh, you think it's a divine rapier? I guess. Is it? No. Doesn't look like it. No. I don't think so. I don't think that's a divine rapier. No, it's not a divine rapier.
Looks closer to the golden branch neutral item.
Same. I agree with that. And if our observer disagrees, he can, then he should say something. Oh, I hear nothing. I'm imagining he's nodding his head. That's how you do it, side to side these days.
Okay, but never mind. The game is back underway, and looks like we might see Azure Ray evading the triangle area where they might bump into the Luna. Hook shots. I think I heard it land.
She's dead.
Yeah, there it is. Luna is gone. No, very nice pick up, and they're just going to take the farm creeps as well.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's Shadowfin going for? He's going for the Sanj. I guess he's... What's he making with the Sanj, actually? Sanj and Yasha? Probably? I'm guessing that's going to be it. And New, he has the drums. He's going for the pipe after. Just want to make sure all that magic damage from Team Bright is nothing. They're not exactly heavy on the magic damage, but it's a good amount. Same thing with the physical. They're not too heavy on one side or another. It's just like decent balanced damage. Oh, Dark Press.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, has been found, caught out. Easy control, easily brought down. One thing to note as well, that the Doom has just finished his Crimson Guard, so that is pretty big. It basically makes it so the visitors do nothing, reduces a fair amount of damage from the SF. It's pretty good.
In terms of itemization, Team Bright's really on point. The Crimson on the Doom is good, and the Mage Slayer on the Dragon Knight. So basically, if Dragon Knight can hit a couple of people, then the Crimson Guard comes out, you will mitigate a lot of Azure's damage. To the point where I'd say a fight is very winnable. But that's the 4th tower going down.
Yeah, they are losing a lot of pressure, or just presence on the map, it feels, as Azure really putting in the squeeze. Maybe they might be considering going for the Roche now, as they're all heading back up this north side. But look at that, Team Bright are on their tail with this 4-man smoke maneuver. Just showing the Luna right now, pushing out the creeps, trying to make this seem like an innocent, normal move. But the rest of the squad, they're just going to counter pushing forwards. The scan does land. They know this Roshan's happening. The Queen of Pain's the only person not in the pit. Let's see if they can get that key initiation. But the thing is, they still don't have any blinks here at Thomas. They can't just jump straight in there.
Oh, that's
they have to make this slow walk. Although they have managed to get the grab on towards the clock. Fish is there. The Sonic Wave comes in from the side. Connects on the 4 heroes. It's huge amount of damage. Echo Slam as well. The Luna takes a bit, but it's still going to be okay. Never mind. Gets blasted down. Gone as quickly as she came. And now Yubo trying to run away. The BKB has ended. And the easy control from the Familiars. He will fall. They lost the Rubik. And it was an ambitious play coming out right. Could have gone really well. But unfortunately, Azure were ready.
Oh, they were definitely ready. And they were able to break the smoke, but they had the Watcher on their side as well, so they were like on the high ground. Yeah, you lose Clockwork, but as to what? He's built to take these hits. Like that's his durability was, he got like 2 bracers or something like that. 2 bracers, full magic wand, into the Solar Crest. Very tanky support.
Yeah, it really is. Just lasted so long. Oh. And I feel like maybe this is where the lack of Blink Daggers are starting to punish them. Like, like Team Bright just they could not initiate. They just walked underneath all the vision of Azure and got picked apart.
Oh, and Team Bright are in the death number, number 4. Number 4 kills in China. That's very bad. You gotta get at least 5 to have a chance of victory. At 4, your chance to win is 0. That's how it works.
It is.
Or
Gaben says 7%, but no, it's a 0, guys. You can trust us.
You know, that's just how it works. Well, we'll see how they're going to be able to recover from this.
It's not going to be easy. Now 11,000 gold behind it, just 18 minutes in. Their versus the Aegis in the hands of the Shadow Fiend. And probably this final tier 2 tower is going to go down. Team Bright are going to have to start trying to do something here to recover this game, because the way they've been going so far, it just hasn't been great. You were saying earlier that their itemization has been on point.
Yes.
But their execution maybe is the thing lacking. There's a quick jump up to the high ground. They found Dockers trying to kill off this Rubik. Sonic Wave will do that. Stick charges, not quite enough to keep them going.
I mean, even if your itemization is perfect, if you're 12,000 gold behind, that means that, you know, you've countered not their current items, but like the last round of items. You're quite behind still. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Another jump forwards, poking on towards DK, will force out the BKB. There is going to be the cogs actually coming on out, just traps him in this awkward spot. But instead they just wait out the BKB timing there from Yumo. So now they can just make the play again as creeps are arriving. Backdoor protection is gone once more. Although the 2-man stun from the Fisher is just good pokes coming out from the Shaker here. Really are making it annoying. Yumo needs to be careful. Solo HP, there is going to be the disruption. Keeps him going for now. Rocket, a little bit off timed. Could have been the kill.
I'm always shocked that Dark Press has not stolen Fisher. He steals from Shadow Fiend again. I understand that he doesn't want to get Enchant Totem and maybe Shadow Fiend feels more reliable, but you need to take Fisher. You need to take the risk for it.
Yeah, the razors his doing. Look, he hits Visage and his HP bar doesn't even move.
Yep.
He just doesn't care. And now another poke forward. Will have to be another defensive disruption, but while all this is going on, the buildings are still falling. The Luna's actually farming the dire triangle right now. Like, he's just not interested in returning to defend.
And it's still a scream of pain. I do not understand why Docris is trying to steal from these. Maybe Blink is good, sure, but you get so much more value out of a Fissure if you can get your hands on it. But he just steals from the nearest person, hopes for the best.
Yeah.
God,
Kind of feels like when I played Rubik.
I was gonna say, man, this is like the classic Rubik contribution. You know, rarely do they do anything. Half the time you think if you want to spell, just pick the hero.
Yeah, yeah, but most of the time that is true. But looking at the net worth of this Doom, he's barely ahead of that of the Earthshaker now at this stage of the game. He's really, really struggling, and I don't know if he's going to have much more time to really get any other items online. As the DK.
Hurricane Pike.
Obviously, I think he's still on cooldown, so he has to be a little bit careful. But look at this, they're just charging outside of the base.
Okay.
The Doom was body blocked off, he couldn't get any spells out, and instead the DK's just casually going to die. Docker's going to fall there. And this could very well be called any second now, Tomo, because this is just soul-crushing for the side of Team Bright. They lose the Luna as well. He drops out the Doom and then immediately GG's.
Yep, he knows that there's no way that's actually going to result in a kill. Yep, that was very much according to the script I received earlier today, which was... And guess what? It is 4 kills only on Team Bright. You know, 4 is death. And...
It definitely
called me dumb, but then they go Damatomo. You're like, hey, that's my name. Watch it.
I mean, you might be a little bit too soft playing Dota2, Tomo. I don't know how you made it this far.
I don't know either.
Okay, so you're locking in for Azure Ray game number 2.
Of course, they have a position for Medusa. How could they lose?
How could they win? I think both of those statements are really accurate. Meanwhile, a few smokes do break on in the mid. Team Bright were maybe trying to make a move or at least get down some early wards, but everybody ends up running into each other, so nothing really gets found.
Interesting. So Planet starts with boots and 2 branches level 1 on the Medusa. Obviously, you don't want tangos on this hero because they literally provide you with no value, but okay. So the innate ability for Medusa has been changed, which is that you have mana shield available from the start, but every level adds a 0.1 mana drain. I believe you start at 2.5. Can we check it out? 2 or 2.5. Innate ability, observe innate ability. There you go. Yeah, you start at 2.4. Sorry. Oh, that's pretty cool. And you take 2.5 damage per mana. Oof.
Jeez.
That's pretty insane. Oh, so wait, you start at 2.5. Yeah. Wait.
Numbers. You said the right thing at least once there. Yeah. We got a little bit of a fight for this top bounty rune. Cogs get dropped, but doesn't look like they really want to stick around and try and grab the bounties. Instead, it will just be the standard 2 for 2.
Oh, I get. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's 2.4 plus 0.1. So the bottom just shows you the total at the end. Okay, that's. I mean, it says total damage, but it took a second. I was like, that's different. All right.
The more you know, eh?
The more you know. All right, so mid lane is going to be Invoker versus the Kunkka. In general, this should be a wash, but we do know that there is a minor discrepancy between the 2 teams. So again, I am favoring the Invoker. Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. Very shocking. I feel like you're only favouring the Invoker because it's on the same side as the Medusa, but...
That is true as well.
Always got to keep note of these things. One thing I will note, though, is that... Well, a little bit of actually a fight down at the bot.
There's a lot of damage.
Support's getting pretty low. But yeah, one thing to note is that it's quite possible that Team Bright can set up some nice mid lane ganks. You know, X Mark into Torrent will then set up for an easy arrow to connect from Doctors as well. So potentially, if those moves are made, the mid lane of hands could actually suffer. Agreed.
It's definitely like... There's definitely potential there as they're getting...
Trying to get aggressive right now. Needed one more right click. Couldn't get it. Set both of them once again. So damn low.
Very close here. Bottom lane, they're playing it by the, on the edge of a knife. How is top lane going? Medusa versus Anti-Mage in a very different matchup than usual. What's Planet building? Every time I want to see. Imagine it's going to be the first item, Arcane Boots. That is going to be rushed. He does have...
Let's see Windlace. Alright. Imagine first item Tranquil Boots on a Medusa. Wouldn't that be good?
No, he's going to go for a Yule Scepter later on. It's the same item build he did the other day.
Okay. It'd be such a meme to go Tranquil Boots though. I'd love it.
I'd love it too, right? You're like, well, it makes me go faster, doesn't it? And you're like, Technically, does Tranquil Boost even gets broken?
Yeah, it breaks when you attack things now, doesn't it?
No, it breaks when you take damage from heroes, and technically, sorry, when you take damage in general. And technically, you shouldn't take any damage because you know you're Medusa with Mana Shield.
Might have to go into like a practice lobby and test that interaction. Not entirely sure.
I mean,
actually, the wording for Mana Shield is that the shield absorbs 98% of the damage.
Yes.
So in theory, you still take 2%, which means
it should break it.
That would be enough to break it.
Yeah, but I also know that certain abilities have a minimum threshold of damage to take before it counts, like. Refraction, you know, back when it used to absorb like, you know, instances of damage, you have to do more than 5 damage a hit to remove a refraction charge for TA. So 2, 3, 4 don't count.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does, that's
the ball, he will go down. First blood goes in the way of the Dragon Knight there. So long last AI would pick off that kill. It was just constantly the Tusk and Mirana getting equally low as hell, but eventually one of them does fall. Obviously that level 3 power spike being big enough to make the move on.
And the big difference between the two of them is the amount of health they regenerate, right? Tusk, one of the highest strength gains in the game, 3.9, 4.2 health regen. Mirana, 2.7. That may not sound like much, but 1.5, that's a difference of 90 health regeneration per minute between the two.
Yeah, every little hell, like, in those situations, it really does add up quite a lot. You always say, like, small numbers like that, it's like, you know, what much of a difference can that actually make? But
huge.
We've seen several times throughout Dota history people living with like 10 HP in critical moments and stuff like that, and those are the exact things that make all the difference.
And regeneration in particular has the most value in the laning phase, right? Because that's when you're going to be trading, you're going to be taking hits, you're always going to be at like, you know, 2/3 of your health. So that regeneration really does kick in. As in terms of CS, AR, it's not as bad as the previous game though. It's like, yeah, Azure is ahead, but it's not. Look at mid, they're actually losing. Han is losing to Yamo.
Yeah, 23-7 towards, you know, meanwhile Han's on 14-5. So yeah, quite significantly behind so far. But I mean, in terms of securing right clicks, you kind of expect the Kunkka to be slightly ahead.
Yep.
But yeah, there seems to be quite a large rift, especially when you consider the MMR difference, like you mentioned before. Well,
it's just going well for him. Han is also probably going for the Witchblade build, as he does have a double Wraith Band. That's usually an indication of it. And your suggestion about Tranquil Boots on Medusa, on paper it might sound like impractical, but I've seen a lot of these weird suggestions from players that end up in the game. Did you hear ATF's interview in, I believe in Dubai, when he brought the Revenant's brooch on Mars? People were like, "How do you think of that?" He's like, "I didn't think of it. I saw a YouTube clip from a 2K MMR player, and I thought it was genius."
You know, all the great inspiration comes from all kinds of places. Well, a little bit of a poke on towards the AM. A lot of damage. The blink is there, but it's not too far of the grenade. They find the kill. Meanwhile, also they got the grab on towards Yumo. In the matter of seconds, Otomo, the two critical calls on the side of Team Bright, both taken down.
Yeah, that was a real good poke when they, you know, with their foot up his, when they kicked him hard.
Up to Jaxi.
Yeah, but Jaxi, there you go. To be fair, though, I would say that for Team Bright, the most critical hero is going to be the Brewmaster. And he's having an okay game so far.
Yeah, it looks like they're thinking about diving the tower. In comes the Clockwork, but look at that! The Mirana and Brewmaster both are like, nah, we're not diving. Clockwork put in an awkward position. They will actually trap Tusk in the cogs, but an easy usage of the Drinking Buddies on towards the range creep brings him to safety.
I am not liking what the Brewmaster has queued up. In game 1, I praised Team Bright's itemization. This game, no. If he goes for this Arcane Blink, Urn or Spirit Vessel, no. You want to go, just go Radiance. Like, don't be scared.
Ooh, talk about scared. I'm sure the AM's quaking right now. It's found again 2 deaths on the board for the anti-mage. Even when he respawns, his TP's going to be on cooldown, so he's going to have to make a slow walk back to this lane. If he even comes back to this lane, this seems too dangerous now.
It's very dangerous. AM in general is a relatively weak hero in the lane. You have New with a Soul Ring, so even if you burn his mana, he's going to be able to get his combo off. And it's a nightmare. I think he's thinking about it. He's like, where do I go? He's waiting for his TP scroll. Where do I go? Oh, and he's got no cosmetics. That's a bad sign.
That is very bad. New York 7-minute
top
wisdom
again.
rune spawning. Tusk is not going to be able to steal the dire one. There's a right click and wolf to him with Doctors.
Nice victory there for Team Bright. Can we look at the net worth now? Let's see how it's shaping up. I bet it's not as bad as the previous game, which is again like an improvement here. And Medusa's got
They're not losing as bad, but still nonetheless they are technically losing at this stage of the game. See 2 deaths on the board for the Anti-Mage is extremely punishing.
Yep.
So he's desperately in need of trying to recover in this game. Just see how fast he's going to be able to get that Battle Fury and attempt to AFK farm, but I'm not sure if Azure going to give him that much time. Meanwhile, down at the bot, Brewmaster and Danger. The Tornado is actually going to miss there from Hun, although in comes the use of the Cold Snap. They've still got enough damage. They will find, although 2-man torrent into the bow, into the arrows. Good connection. They will be able to find the Tusk. Question is, can they kill the DK as well?
Should be able
to. It looks like they've got it. That's a 2-for-1 exchange there. Big counterplay from Team Bright.
Very nice. Their first victory this entire game, and gets Yamo some of that much needed gold that he. I mean, he was doing well in the laning phase. He actually won the laning phase, but it's good for him to stay ahead. Gonna be the blade mail item first on the Kunkka. I sometimes wonder if maybe you would want to go for an Orchid and try to get kills, but we'll see. Yamo!
Danger, he's going to try and grab the illusion. He has managed to got that, so he can purge some of this stuff away.
Oh, I can't.
Even still rooted there from the Medusa. He's trying to get out himself. He's pretty speedy, but the snowball forwards, they're really trying to chase this guy down. He's still running. Atomo keeps on going, and he's actually going to be able to survive. He's a tanky boy.
Thanks to that facet, sorry, not fast. The innate ability Admiral Rum kicks in, takes a little bit of extra movement speed, gets him a little bit of that damage reduction. Very nice for him. It's a very good innate ability. I love it. So much better than the old one as well.
Yeah, really, really good. Perfect showcasing at the moment why it's just so damn powerful.
Yep.
It does keep it alive.
By the way, I just realized, like, Medusa, with the max Mystic and Gorgon's Grasp, you do something like 600 damage total in AoE. It's not bad. It's pretty damn solid.
Yeah, especially coming out from a position for Medusa.
Right?
not something you really are going to expect all too much, but it looks like both supports are here from Azure in the mid. They're going to try and just slowly push in this tier 1 tower. Although, maybe Team Bright are ready and waiting, want to make some sort of play.
Arrow.
The arrow does actually connect. In comes the Brewmaster as well. EMP making some space right now. They might still end up losing Han's life. The Snowball not enough to keep him alive. But actually, they will. The Ghost Walk comes on in. There is going to be the arena as well. Traps in 3 heroes. Sanu makes the space. They won't actually be able to kill anyone, but they are able to keep the Invoker alive.
That's still kind of decent for Team Bright. Again, they group up to go for a push, and you delay them, giving Anti-Mage some insanely needed time to get some farm. How is he? Wow.
All space great. He's not even got a single component for his Battle Fury yet. Oof.
He has the goal to buy one of them at least.
Meanwhile, down at the bot, looks like there's a fight coming their way. They're trying to get this grab onto the DK. Nice pull back there with Void Panda, but even still, the Snowball was in. Going to be able to keep him alive for now. Running down to the south side. They're still chasing for him, but instead it's Team Bright who lose the first person. Clockwork is gone. They just can't get it perfectly placed shards. He's desperately trying to kill the DK. He's like, please just die. But never mind. He re-engages, and it's actually the Dragon Knight to kill him. The ultimate disrespect.
Low, and I get an Observer really on it with that vision. The Brewmaster is like, you can't catch a glimpse of Low, throws out the barrel, isn't able to catch him. And Lowen's just, that was a really ambitious attempt on one of the, probably the most durable hero on the enemy side.
Yeah, it's a very hard kill to get right next to the tier 1 where everyone on the side of Azure can just TP in to defend. It was extremely ambitious and it did not pay out at all. In the end, it just furthers the lead here for Azure. 3,000 gold ahead now at 11 minutes in. Like you were saying, not as bad as game number 1 of Tomo, but it's not really improving.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a very tough experience. Flat is going to go for Solar Crest first item. This gives him a ton of mana, which is what you want on Medusa, and also very solid stats overall.
Okay, Tusk pulled out of position there by the Snowball, but looking at the drinking buddies. It's so damn strong on Tomo, he just pulls himself out of danger. Now Yubo's actually no mana, trapped inside the shards, punched up as well. A couple of right clicks coming his way. They can't finish him off though. The arena not going to be able to grab the Kunkka. Instead, they're going to have to settle for the Clockwork. But look at this.
+1.
The Brewmaster's here still doesn't have his ultimate available yet. There is going to be the spear, just push them off to the side. No full lockdown. Arrow won't connect onto a single person. But Azure, they're kind of splitting up. They're like, not entirely sure if they want to continue.
Yep.
Instead, they'll take the tower and go back.
And I love Plant's positioning in that he's always ensuring that there's someone between him and the anti-mage. And he's on high mana, so he's like, yo, if you want to jump me, that's fine, but you're going to have to dive into my team to reach this, you know, beautiful Medusa target that you want to go for.
Yeah, and then even if you do go for her and kill her, it's like, yeah, you killed the position. Now what? It's just, yeah, a really bad situation to be in. I was saying it was literally 11 minutes and they were 3k goal behind. Now it's 12 and they're 6k goal behind. That escalated very quickly.
Things are getting bad as Han's going for Maelstrom on the Invoker. Not an item I've seen on this hero before, but a very interesting evolution for sure.
Yeah, it's quite a unique way of taking it.
Right? Huh. By the way, general...
No, go on.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if anyone else on Azure is gonna be building into Arcane Boots. Only Plant has it. And you gotta feel like, yo, come on guys, just one Arcane Boots to help me out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he could complain if he'd actually died yet, but he's 2-0-2 on the position for Medusa. I think he's perfectly fine with how it's going.
Yep.
Especially if he just keeps getting like the lotuses as well. It's like the burst of mana and it's like back up to full. It's like, okay, you end up doing nothing to him. It's always scary though, the AM.
Invasion in the jungle.
Spot, the tornado, the second one to miss this game. Been a little bit off the mark there, hard, but the hook shot is also off the mark. And the quick save, Azure is fine. The slow frontal actually made that hook shot miss. That was awkward.
I like the ice shards as well, just to ensure nobody follows them. He's like, here's the ice shards, just leave us alone. As Azure, man, they are taking over the map. Look at how clustered Team Bright is. Look at how much of the map do you think they own in property? Like what are we giving them? 30% of the map is theirs? Less?
How large would you say the Dire base is? Because I'd say that's their number.
I mean, I feel like they have until the tier 2s, right? Until their own tier 2s.
Yeah, there's a lot of creeps by the tier 2s.
By the way, when you look at that, that feels like 20% of the map, honestly. Yeah, he throws out the X mark and the turret, and then he just walks away. Peach's like, oh, what do you want? Oh, this is good.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Docker's going to be able to secure their 40-minute Wisdom Rune at the very least, but it does definitely feel just like a minor consolation prize considering the pace that this game is going. Now up to an 8k gold lead. DK didn't even care about actually landing that stun, I think. Just wanted to scare the hell out of the AM, make him run away from his own jungle area. It's just so hard. Like, how close is this AM to the Battle Fury?
Not close is the answer to it. Yep, he still has... Actually, not that bad. The recipe is pretty cheap, right? Something like 300 gold.
He needs 300 for the blade, 400, so he needs another 750 gold in total to complete Battle Fury.
Oh, it's 450. Yeah, I remember the Battle Fury recipe is pretty cheap. It's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad, but remember, that's only the Battle Fury, then he has to farm other actually useful items. Oh dear.
Yeah, that is very true. Meanwhile, Yumo has been caught, trapped in the arena. There is going to be the ghost ship, makes it a little bit tempting a TP out. That is not going to work, my friend.
Nope, unfortunately he loses his life as well. I like how Azure, they are so intent on pressuring the map, they don't even go for the wisdom. They're like, it takes too much time for us. If someone dies, maybe they can TP there or something, but we want them to be pressured. That's all we care about.
Yeah, just keep on running at them. You've got the DK pushing the bottom tier 2 on his own. You've got an Alacrity Catapult in the mid pushing that one as well. They're just really trying to get as much value across this map. They're going to be able to initiate on towards the DK. It's a 1 versus 3. They've cogged him. They've arrowed him. They're like, yeah, we still can't go for this one. Just run.
Nope. Nope. And Medusa's got the drums, by the way. So that would have been nice to see the Boots of Bearing, but nah, it's just... Drums is all we're going to get. Good item on Medusa, though. Especially with that facet where every few hits you throw out, you get a venomous shot, so more attack speed is really good for you.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm not going to see it in this game, and now what we do see is the first high ground siege of the game. 16.5 minutes, and they are knocking on the front door here of the side of Team Bright. What are they going to do to defend? It's going to have to be a 4v5 because it doesn't feel like there's any way that AM can come back. Kills a couple of couriers though, that's something.
Yeah.
That's very good. But they're still losing buildings. The tier 3 about to fall. Boat though will connect on towards 2. You've got a jetpack, Clockwork flying his ass through there. Can't lock down anybody though. Instead, Snowball forward, plunge up to the side. Jumo trying to run, but the meatball just chases him down. He is dead. Now Arena comes out. Will be the +1 on towards the clock, and they're both dead for 30 seconds. No buyback. This is a full set of barracks going. They just call it. They're done.
They don't want to play anymore. They're like, this is not a game for us. We know it's one-sided. They know the anti-mage is not going to provide any value. 11-2 is the score. 30,000. I mean, it's insane. Like they're like, we can't do anything. We just can't play against them. Yamo dies, and they're like, that's just going to be a very slow death.